Okay. Konbawa, Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. How are you, sir? Hopefully this is alright. You see, we've got the writing around behind me, but the quality is atrocious. The quality is atrocious, and it's tiny. It's a square. It's not even a proper square, is it? Oh well. People wanted to see me, this is how it's going to have to be. Hopefully it's alright. I mean, I can already see lag between this and the computer and the stream, but yeah. But do, lag. Oh, lag. Yeah, I'm okay. Just belly aching about the, the setup. Yeah, otherwise okay. Guys, here you're good? I've changed into 16:9. You see, the problem, the only problem I have is that this is a piece of software I paid for, an app I paid for on my phone. Which they've since updated, and if I want sound with the audio, with the video, I can't use the new software, which gives me all the, like, you can choose how it's displayed. But if I want sound, I've got to use the old version of their driver, which I can't open any software for on there, and this is it's just like, eh? But yeah, so after a bit of fiddle, I'll admit I literally just what, it'll do for tonight. It'll do for tonight. I mean, I only really wanted it on tonight for the flag behind me. Jake Jarrett, hello, it's Jake. I'm glad you cleared it up for me. Konbawa, Jake. Hope you're well, young sir. I'll be at Stratford on a Saturday. I know that's something you're going to probably ask. Yes, hope you're well. Oh dear. Each. Right. So, what do we have running? I suppose is the next question. Well, as promised, it's going to be a full steam running session today. Maybe. No, it will be a full steam one today. And the train we have, as you said, on Thursday. Yeah, I said it'll probably be Saturday. Well, I'll probably do both days, so I'm only going to go Saturday. I haven't read all of it. I did get a quick flick through, obviously, to do things. But I've left it in the office, the magazine in the office, so it's safe. I'd hate for anything to happen to it. It's not my property. But yes, no, I shall have a flick through over lunch. Just spill me lunch all over it instead. No, I won't. I'll be careful. Clean fingers. But yes, so running on the inside track we have a D51. This is 453. And this is hauling one of the box sets that Kato does for freight cars. They release different ones over the years. I've got two different ones. One I purchased new, and this one which cost me the whole £12.50 for these wagons. Yes, so that's running on the inner track. On the outer track, right in front of you, dead centre at the minute, is a C50. This is hauling the rake of 4 coaches that come in a similar box set to the freight train. C50 is a 260 Mogul, or Mogul type I suppose I should say. This is C50 54, and this model was produced to celebrate 50 years of Kato The C50 was the first steam locomotive they brought a model out in Engage for. And this one was brought out to celebrate 50 years since that one. He did it in the original style box and everything with dual case with the more modern locomotive inside. And I thought, it's such a beautiful model, and it's so... It's not often I actually run it. I run it so little. And so I really should run it more. It even comes with this sort of gloss paint finish on it, as opposed to the more semi-matte of the D51. Yeah, that's on the passenger train. Just loading passengers up a minute. I see the question. How did the meeting thing go? Well, the good news is that after all the students have left for the year, the layout is going. During CPD week, actually, it's going to be going. So yes, it will be going, and that's as far as sort of we got. We just talked about that and what could happen beyond there, because baby steps, but yeah. So but it went well. Thank you. It did go well. But yes, right. Train's loaded, and we'll get it on its way. Wait for the other one to go past, shall we, first? Thank you, see it. So something that's slightly rare about the C50 compared to some of my other locos is it has spoked wheels on the drivers. D51, C57, C62, I think the C61 as well, all have the C59 as well. Yeah, they all have very much similar sort of like the bullied style, those style of wheels. It's really got some big holes in them rather than spokes, but yeah, so it's got spokes, so it's slightly different. But yeah, there we are. So our two trains running. If I had the camera pointing the other way around and you just see the layout, you would see this side of you. There are way more trees around in what's also on social media. Same name as the channel, just without the Christopher at the end, I think. We'll see the most update videos and pictures as I'm working on it. Waiting on the ballast to be delivered. That'll probably be tomorrow now. I think it says on the tracking. Which, okay, it's cool. I would like for it to have come on Saturday, I will be honest. I had stuff I ordered after the ballast arrived before. And it was like, damn, I really wish it was here. Because it could have spent yesterday while I was in London, could have spent yesterday crying, without me being tempted to fiddle with it. But, yeah, so as it is, we're just going to have to wait for it to come tomorrow, and yeah, I'll have to just make sure I get up that bit earlier in the morning, one morning before work, so it can have most of the day to dry while I'm not here and fiddle with it. Something I did fix overnight and during the day yesterday was over on this side. I'd noticed there was a bit where the track wasn't actually down on the baseboard properly. It could move like that. And it was sort of doing this, and the trains were going over a hump, as it were. So I thought, oh well, Saturday night I thought, right, let's put some white glue down put the bottle of white glue on top of the tractor, down. That's nice and flat now, and it looks far better. Wasn't causing any other issues, just looked awful for one, and also, it was only a matter of time, I think, until trains would have had an issue with that bit. So yeah. So those cars by the platform both have horrendous case of dandruff. They certainly do. They certainly do. They need to invest in a better soap and shampoo. Of course, eventually things like that will all be replaced with something a bit more in keeping with spring. It's just sort of placeholders for now. Yeah. I don't like this. It's really bothering me, folks. It's because you can see up to the end of the car park. You can't see the taxi rank, which I made sure of. It's literally there. That's my finger right by the end of it. Use the full screen, you stupid thing! But yeah, I mean, I could go looking about with camera settings and stuff right now, but probably not worth it for the first instance. Yeah. I've run on here after I did all the second bit of grass. I did run a rare visitor to the layout, so I ran the class 24 around it. Yeah, that was quite fun to watch that go around. It's now sat on the position of the DD13. And Kumbala to Train Spotter Tim and Values 56XX. How are you both? A very good evening to you both. Welcome. There we are. Train Spotter Tim, we'll put you on as a spanner. So as always, folks, with the spanner, you are fully free to post links to your channel, upcoming videos, that sort of thing. All I ask is you take part in the chat as well. That's literally, that's the bit I get. But you're more than welcome. Yes, hopefully you're both well. Yes, so I should have probably explained, Sakura Densha V2 down the bottom there, the title. According to Vicious Rumour, which is, it worked both on Copilot and Google Translate. When I put them through, it sort of said what I wanted it to say. Is going to say, welcome to Sakura Densha Club. Sakura Densha V2 Club. Of course, it's the version 2 of Sakura Densha. And part of the idea is, this is after many chats with Dale, the Highboy and Hargo, part of the idea is to try and bring some of the spirit, the good spirit of those days of COVID, the nightly streams, and we were talking about how the atmosphere can be pretty great a lot of the time, and yeah, just try and get some of that back. So Sakura Densha Club, which was one of the first clubs, streams to be named as such, before far more famous ones here in the UK. I do have to get that down there because I do know that's the way it went. But bitterness aside, it's back, and yeah, just welcome. Help yourself to drinks from the bar and everything. Yes, Neil, you're welcome, and thank you very much, Tim. Glad to hear you doing well as well. Thank you. Yes, it's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, we're still a week away, or the rest of this week, basically away from the first show this went to. And at that point, even some of the cork that's now down wasn't down. What was down was just painted green, or not even. I think at this point in that week it wasn't even painted green at that moment. But it's yeah, it really didn't look anything like how it does today. The station wasn't here or anything. I think this literally arrived the Wednesday of that week. Coming towards the show. Yeah, it's a bit of a clever thing. So yeah, it looks so much different now. But yes. Oh, thank you very much, Tim. Arigato gozaimasu. Yes. Ah, wonderful. From Germany. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Anthony here, you probably already know this. He's probably subscribed to Anthony Allback. He does Central European trains, mostly. I think the majority would be German. I've got that right there, I think, Anthony, for describing that. And he's got bits from America and all sorts now, British trains as well. But yes, I will have a continental layout in the future. I have decided what project 2 is going to be when I start that one. Once I've got a bit further with once I've got further with this one, I'm happy where this one is, basically more finished. I have got another layout ready to plan, which would also be exhibitable in theory. But yes, I will tell you about it in a moment, because I see that we also have Kumbala Brad. Welcome, sir. Hope you are well. Konnichiwa. Yes. I'm trying my best to learn it. Actually, do you know what? That was quite a funny thing. Not today when I put it in Code. I was asking Code how to say something else, and I put it in there. What's the Japanese phrase for this? And it said, "Are you trying to learn Japanese?" And I said, "Well, sort of, yeah." Oh well, this is a good place to start. You can try this. Would you like me to make some worksheets up for you, and do this and do that? Amazing! Yes, I do. Go for it. So I've got some worksheets to work through now. Quite cool. Originally from the Netherlands, but moved to Germany a while back. Ah, nice. My brother's got some friends in the Netherlands. Yes. Oh, wonderful. I see you have a very fine locomotive as your picture. I'm going to have to check that out later to see what it is. I'm going to take a guess. Is it an 01? Is that a BR01? That's lovely now. Can I view profile? And I view Ghost Channel. Troll Wanker. I want to see what it is. It's a BR01. Oh wow! It's about that big on the screen, the picture. I'm quite impressed. And you know, while I'm here, sir, oh, Anthony, you're going to like this. You're going to like this channel, dude. Oh, if you haven't already checked it out. First thing I saw was an ICE3. Oh, there's an ICE4! Yes! Oh, excellent, most excellent. Right, specifically 110. Brilliant. Beautiful loco. Lovely photo as well, well done, sir. Oh. Yes. So yes, there will be a continental layout, as I say, in the future here. Well, there'll be a continental layout here. Yeah. He says with the Japanese stuff around it. A European mainland continent layout in the future, which will be using the American system. I made that decision. And then Netflix trainer. It's pure pornography, that, isn't it, Anthony? Really, just face it. I love that. Well, that's the next week's viewing sorted out. Yes, there will be something there. More focused around Belgium still, but I will be bringing the German stuff in. But yes, I decided it will be a 3-rail when I come to do it. It won't be for a while. I'll be collecting bits of it. That was going to be a real back burner project for a while, but I will be collecting bits as I go through. I do have American set, which there should be a video on. But yeah. So the project that's going to happen after Sakura V2 is at the state where I'm happy with it. Is the next thing that's itching me most of the minute is my industrial collection. And for those who might remember, I used to have a layout called Forgotten Pit Road, Well, we've got Sakura Densha V2, we've got some Hit Road V2 is going to be a thing. Basically, it's the classic English shunting puzzle. Took place in museums, unfortunately not serves anymore, it's still found as a masterpiece. Oh, wow. Because it was running not so long ago, wasn't it? Is it pre-COVID it was running still? I want to say. 3 days till Germany, or not long now, Anthony. Excitement builds. The excitement builds. I look forward to. I don't know. I can't remember if you said you're going to be vlogging it or not, or doing some videos here and there. But anything you do put up, I will watch, of course. Yeah, I think so. Last time was probably in the 2000s. Yeah, I remember some video of it. Didn't it have a bit of an incident with the turntable? I seem to recall an incident with the turntable. I can't remember whether that one, but yeah. Dealing condensed, I was saying, wow, somewhere I've got to go. Many lists of places I want to go. So yes, my industrial collection is my next itch I need to scratch. And they're the only 00 locos that are actually still out, the rest are all in storage. I've got a collection of wagons already. It's just a case of getting the track set up, get a board built. But my idea is that, well, it's good. I mean, I'll watch both. I should be subscribed to yours as well. I seem to remember doing it. I'll have to check that. I still make sure, but I'm pretty sure I get notifications when stuff goes up on yours channel as well. So yeah. And I'm gonna keep looking over here because it's gonna. I envisage it living over here. And basically, yeah, simple England but with a bit extra. What I was thinking was having the England sliding sort of up here, a bit at the back, and then raised up. So a bit at the back that sort of covers over a lower floor, and so that you got the standard gauge up here, and then have a narrow gauge oval, basically a simple oval that's running around it. But the oval will then go off scene behind a sort of. I'm not explaining this very well, am I? So that's the total length of the board, where you've got the square here as the mouse pad, touchpad. Imagine there's a piece of board, if you're viewing it from that direction, you'll see the England puzzle here, and then around this bit, there will be a bit of a bit, so you won't be able to see in there. So the oval will just do the semicircle loop back to, and then run behind the England where you rest it, and you sort of see it come around the corner and run on the front. So I can run some of my 009 stock as well when I'm not running it on either the World War I layout, or which again will be a continental European layout, technically thinking. But yeah, the Great Wall layout, or yeah, it allows you to have a few different colour engines as well, because obviously ones that went for war service were all painted black, apart from the Tin Turtles, which were getting green. But yeah, so it would just allow me to run some 009 and have an English to run my industrials on. So nice, and yeah, I want to make it look nice industrially and that. So yeah, looking forward to that an awful lot. Guessing I'm an anime fan. You too read manga? Oh, wonderful! Which one are you reading at the minute? What's your latest one that you've read? Yes, I indeed. I do have some mangas, and I'm absolutely awful. I'll either read them and read them super quickly, or I get them and just forget about them. But yeah, like I absolutely devoured the anime for this one, Little Witch Academia. Found this one. Oh my god, this is amazing! I must have this. There's a manga for it, which is a totally new story. Have I read it yet? Of course I haven't. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. There we go. And that's sitting on top of the Miga Atsumi one as well. That's even manga, but, all good. All good. And as you can tell, I mean, this character here is one that Copilot actually created for. I want to get her drawn properly in some different poses as well, so I can use her for thumbnails on videos and so on. To, you know, say something doesn't go right on the layout, I can have a sort of like that or something like that. I will commission someone that actually draws anime properly, because this is AI, unfortunately. and I'd like to have the whole of that redone properly. But yes, so, and of course, my neighbour Totoro on the t-shirt, of which I got a new t-shirt yesterday when I went to see my neighbour Totoro, which I need a drink. So, I will just read the chat, pour myself a new drink, and I'll start responding to comments again once I have that drink. We'll see the orange chat, right? So just pour myself this drink. I mentioned this before the stream started, so I'm going to sip on it. It's my sippy cup. For my cup is also my neighbour Totoro one from the station. But yes, right, so I catch up with this now. Drink. I can't be trusted with other cups now, I'm joking. Went to see the station yesterday for the third time. They've changed it bits and it's definitely being made for no offence to the people from America in the chat, but it's been Americanised. It's also being prepared for American audiences, and the American people. I know Anthony in particular, and Joyce, if you're there watching as well, you'd be able to watch it as it was. You wouldn't need to be, but yeah. Sorry, actually, let's see. We certainly will meet again soon, Tim. Yeah, it's good to chat to you, and it's great to see you. I will respond to anything you said prior. So if you catch up with this bit, then I will respond to everything you say there, and I look forward to seeing you again. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara, Tim. So we'll be using components within the next week. Nice. Over Saturday, so if you want to go, you go there. I loved Akira when it came out. I was in art college and blown away by it. I became an animator because of it, but I'm not so keen on the stuff that came after apart from Studio Ghibli. Ah, right, yes. What was it you didn't like about other animes that came out afterwards? I was wondering if it's the same thing that put me off for many years. I will admit, a lot of the ones I like at the minute are Slice of Life or Demon Slayer. That one really hit home. Girls and Pandas was my first. Oh, Pokemon was technically the first. I've yet to see Akira. I know I should watch that, and the Cowboy Bebop as well. It's another big one I need to watch. But yeah, Studio Ghibli has been my main go-to. It really has been my main go-to. It's amazing stuff. But you're an animator as well, are you? I didn't know you were an animator there, Valleys. That's really interesting. So, yes, that is the same thing. So I've seen your latest comment there, Valleys. Yeah, it was the same. I've got used to it, is all I'll say. I've got used to it over time. But yes, say the ones I choose to watch tend to be a bit less weird, as it were. Yeah, but some of them I can't. I still can't watch, but that's why there's lots of different genres of it, isn't it? As well, yeah. I'm still blown away. Is it last year, year before, when I learned that manga is actually 1,000 years old? That's incredible. It's just all about telling stories and pictures. Yeah. Seraph of the End and DN Angel, I think it's called. Okay, I'll have to look those up. I'm not familiar with those two. They're Tim, but I know you know he's gone, but just in case he watches that, this over the phone. What go 22? Yeah. I did all that. Okay, of course on that bit. And Kumbawa to Pete from Hermitage Road. How are you, sir? You used to work on Scrappy Channel? Oh, no way! That's cool! Oh, that's cool! Used to watch that. Almost religiously. Right. Most of the engineering notions for industry. Interesting. I bet that was quite interesting itself, but you learnt things as you did it, I'm guessing. But, yeah. Yeah, so for those just joining us, we have two trains running today. On the inner track, we have D51453. This is one of the Dagotchi, as they're nicknamed, formerly nicknamed in Japan, the 282 Mikados. They were built for freight work between 1936 and 45. I think the last one came out. Hauling a set of Kato freight cars that come in. Well, it's actually my third set of Kato freight cars. And on the outer line we have everything's running tonight. Kato on here at the minute. On the outer track we have C5054. This is a model produced to celebrate 50 years of Kato. Their first model was a C50 in Japanese Engage. And that is hauling a train of Kato passenger cars on a nice little sort of local train. This is a 260 all noble type. But yeah, so that's what we have running. As promised, it's a full steam session today. And something I've noticed is that since adding the grass, where the steam engines are really blending into the dark green paint that I put down, with the grass and now they're starting to pop a little bit more. So I might be okay taking in the shows. I'll have to see what engagement's like when I do another show. They really are beautifully smooth. But yeah, the only other one I might run tonight, if I can persuade it to play, is I have a 210-4 tank, which would be nice to get out and if it's come out to play. I wouldn't mind breaking from the steam if everyone's okay with that, and running the Panda Kuroshio tonight as well. So just to test that out to track, because some of the units were being a bit funny with it after I'd cleaned it, which was weird. But I've got a feeling it might be those two units. So I want to try a different one that's a known decent runner. Because all the trains will have to come off tonight anyway, because I'm hoping the ballast will come tomorrow. So, yeah. For this set of passenger cars, I have found footage since last stream of a DE10 pulling them, DE51 pulling them, all sorts of different trains running with them, which is really locomotives pulling them, which is really kind of cool. So as I was saying to Dale, I never intended to buy this locomotive. I sort of got my arm twisted into it by the seller at the show last year. I only wanted to buy the C56 loco. They look really good. Looks really good with these coaches. Looks really good with these coaches. I'll go on then. And the amount I've used them since for something I wasn't intending to buy, which is amazing. Is quite incredible how much I've used them since. They're a nice set. I know mentioned the carbon capture plant in Saskatchewan for TC energy, including the cold frame. Oh wow, I bet that was cool. I bet that was cool, yes. I did try and run the 210-4 at the show, but it was a bit grumpy and I'm not like it. Usually it's a very good runner, so I was a bit sort of surprised there, so I'm going to give it another try. And if it doesn't want to play, I'll give you UK folks a bit of a treat and we'll run a UK diesel on the freight train instead. What the hell, we'll do that anyway. I'll give the 210-4 a try and we'll see how that goes. And then we'll get the diesel out. It will be on Japanese stock though, that's a warning. I saw a beautiful painting earlier of the last loco of all trains from Virgin Trains. There's more of a I only say that because there's a Pendolino on the far right, sat in the thing. All the memories that came flooding back from that picture. Oh god, my mind was thinking I could do a small outboard. I don't know. I might just get a couple of bits at some point and run it on here, as I'm thinking of some of the bigger European trains I'd like to get, the longer ones, such as like the Railjet and that. It looked better being able to run the full length on here, but I'm not going to get the room. With all my other plans, I'm not going to get the room to settle out up to those in there, so in the garage, so, you know. Yeah, so I hope you folks like Cat 24s, because that's what we'll have running. Actually, the 24 should make another appearance in another stream I had an idea for. Because obviously it's got a Sulzer engine in it. One of my Japanese diesels has got a Sulzer engine in it. So, yeah, I thought that'd be kind of cool to do a Sulzer stream. So I know I ask this almost every stream in a minute. Do you all prefer this view, where you can see me, the words the right way around, and see the trains, or was last week's stream where you could only see the trains? Was that preferable? I mean, personally, I'd prefer the latter, not because I don't want to be on camera and say hello to you all, but more that I've put a lot of work into this recently and you can't see it. You can only see the bit of painted green still here and the dandruff cars, as they're now definitely called. Yes. I mean, the only issue that would come eventually is where to put the camera, where you can actually see both me and the trains, because at some point it's going to be scenery where you're sitting. The only thing to bear in mind with this. Now, really, one of the easy wins, or an easier win, would be to be able to have a camera sort of a bit like Anthony. If I have one camera just pointing at me and one pointing at the layout, which requires modifications to my setup and the purchase of a webcam, a decent webcam. So yeah, it can be done, just needs a bit of planning. Needs a bit of planning. Yeah. Let me drink. Sippy cup time. 5 minutes for the host is in a small window at the corner and the main view is running. We'll go with that. We'll go with that then. Okay, I'll have to get a webcam sorted. Maybe a couple of webcams so we're not relying on the connection between the phone and the computer. This is all going through the Wi-Fi at the minute, which I don't like. I prefer wired where possible. But, I mean, it doesn't actually between the phone and the computer, there's no lag at the minute. Which is kind of cool. I'm not noticing any juddering on. I've obviously got the stream playing here, so I see the chat. I'm not noticing any juddering on there, so I think we're getting away with it for now. But yes, I prefer something that's self-powered. So yeah, perhaps we'll do that. I mean, the next plan of attack is to get, apart from the ballast, is to get road surface down. I'm actually going to make it a dirt road all through. I don't know there are many now. Dale said he saw a video recently where someone showed one and all the roads were dirt around this area. But there's another channel on YouTube. There's several actually. In fact, there's more than that. And the guy's got this fantastic layout. It is one of those I look at it, and every time I see it, I think I would like one of that layout, please. Thank you very much. It's gorgeous. I mean, here all these roads are dirt roads, and he runs modern stuff as well, and it doesn't look out of place. So I think I'll make it all a dirt road. It makes my life easier because I couldn't work out what to use the tarmac. But yeah, so once that's in, so I can do that. I can do the pathways with this as well. Once that's in, I can do more trees behind you towards the railway and in the corner over there. Once the ballast is in, I can do trees on this bit round, sort of almost up to here. And there, you know, it all starts to take shape a lot more. There is some, there are some things I'm waiting for some foxes, basically. There is someone very kindly working on some foxes for me that actually are actual Japanese red foxes, which will go in the forest here. And the other thing I need to do for that is to get some more of the flickering LEDs that I've got. Like I've got in the farmhouse and the shrine, but get some blue ones if I can. I'm sure they did some blue ones. And put those near the where the foxes are going to be. Excuse me. To represent what's called Kitsune Bee or Foxfire. I'm not sure what the real word explanation for it is, but it's said to be a magical fire created by foxes. It's actually harmless. It won't burn anything. I suppose it might be St. Elmo's fire. Something like that. Or what we call St. Elmo's fire, something like that, where it's actually, you know, it doesn't actually burn anything. It's just sort of there. But it's, yeah, said to be made by foxes. So I thought I'd have some of that. Just, yeah, look, because I'm combining all these things, both of the culture and, you know, the animes and everything else. Everything that's influenced me comes into this layout. I mean, you'll notice on the flag here, we've got the Tanuki, or the raccoon dog, there, kitsune, or a fox. We've got legally distinct Totoro. And down here, we have, and he's not the greatest representation in the world, but we have a representation of what would be called the Tofu Boy, who he's the one holding the flag. The Tofu Boy basically goes around giving people, offering people tofu. In some stories there's nothing more sinister to him than that. In some stories he's heralding a plague, which is kind of interesting, but yeah. And then also in the world of myth, we have here another kitsune. And this one shape-shifted into a person. We must be looking for a reflection of her because we can see her tail. We should be able to see her ears as well. But yes, and Yumeko will be on the layout by the water, and I'll be putting two figures at right angles to each other. But the reflection will have the foxtail in that. And then next to her is the monk. There, so you see I am combining the real, the ANA airliner, train, you know, Tory dates, and with the supernatural. Well, but yes. I like the views where the host has just one camera on the trains and doesn't switch between the views all the time. Oh wait. Brilliant. Yes. I like that's one of the things I like about your stream though, personally. I know you're only making a joke there, but I do like that because, you know, when I'm sitting and just watching and yeah, you see different things and different trains, different places, different times, and that is really sure I like it. I wouldn't be able to make that sort of setup here. Well, I would, but I don't want to. Only in the fact that I wouldn't know where to stop. And I'll then start panicking about, oh, hang on, you've seen that view too much, or you need to see this view. So, But yes, I'll try and get some decent quality webcams sorted out. And we'll get that sorted. Right. What I will do now is I'm going to go and get the two of the trains I threatened you with out, and we'll get them on. A Shinto gate with a walk through the woods via a tea house to the shrine would be nice. That would be cool. That would be cool. And valleys, I will make a note of that. I have some notebooks. I will make a note of that for one of the bigger layouts. If I hadn't already put the path and everything to the shrine in, I would do that. I like that. Do you know, I haven't got a tea house on here yet. There's space over there. There's space here. We could have a tea house yet. I like that. There should be some more shrines coming as well. There's the same person that's doing foxes. There's done some fox shrines for him, and I gave him the measurements for that earlier in the week. I was going to have the inn over here, the old abandoned inn, the factory building. Yeah. Right, let's go straight. Packing a couple of webcams for streaming. Oh, really? That's going to be cool. So you're still going to be going ahead and streaming, are you? That's cool. That's cool. So, this one. So I knock everything over, isn't it? Can't be clever. So just as the D51 really kindly pulls in for us, bring her to a stop. Just pop her around here, and we'll get the U10 on. And I'm going to need the roller for this because you see, this is why you have a sippy gun. Because I just kicked it over. So you can see it, as I say, a 210-4 tank. This is a micro race product. As I say, usually it runs very well, but at the show it decides to be a bit of a git, so we'll see how we get on. So we get on. No, it's been a git. I think we went around most of that fine, it's just this one corner it decided to start having it and see this over. And then it's just come to a stop in the exact same place again. But we know everything's fine because the D51 was just running over it. It did. Very strange. Well, very strange. Whether it wants a wheel clean or something, I don't know. Micro steam engines. Something I am going to steer clear of in the future. Because not one of them have run right since I've had it. I mean, this one used to run fine, but it's obviously slowly backing up. The D52s, first one I got was the second hand that didn't run correctly, so I blamed it on that. But the second one was brand new and didn't run right. And obviously that one now. Oh well. And the C53, what? Yeah. Right, so time for your treat, UK folks. Hopefully I've got that all on the track. Well, UK folks are like diesel engines, I suppose. Crouch down here to make sure it's all on the track. There you go. One class 24. Right. Talk about themselves for a moment. Well, I'll pop the Z51 away. Off the C50 line a moment. I'll get the Panda Crochet out. Year of the Rat, yes. I do have one of the UK diesel locos there as well, which will be running with the DD51 at some point. So these two, run that way, so the same thing as before. Middle class is 24, 25, 26, 27. Ah, excellent! Hooray! I'm glad someone appreciates this. Yeah, man, that's good. That's good. Do you know what? Of my former UK Engage collection, the only two I kept hold on to with these two, and I've got to say this 24 has been such a solid runner. Definitely saw local that can convince you UK engagement can work for you. With that factory weather as well, which is quite smart. Right, let's get the C50 off. As we step things up a gear, we come forward in years of spin. Ah! So I've completely got the right one then for you. Excellent. I wanted to say that it's really grown on me, that one. And as I watch it going around, it always makes me think, well, perhaps you could do it. No, Christopher. No, you tried that. How many times? You know UKN doesn't like you. Just enjoy this one going around the fact that it works. But, yeah. Say they do a set of blue coaches for this as well. These same coaches are in the blue livery. I do love it. It shows all the locos you can run, some of the locos we can run it with on the back. It's really cool as well. So you've got C57, ED76, EF81. The truck's quite modern. EF57 and DF50, and also you can get the LED lights for it as well, which I will be doing at some point. So the C50 came in a special presentation box, and you got a book in there all about it as well. The original style packaging they did for it as well, I think. Cafe label and everything. So. I won't worry about putting this one back on the shelf just yet, because we'll get the Panda Correctio out first. It's always a treat seeing this. Always makes me smile seeing this one. I possibly won't be able to stay there. No, I still think the colour palette of the more modern trains is better. It shows. I like running the old steam types and everything. I've got to say, the colour palettes are just so more attractive. So, to run alongside our Class 24, we now have the JR Limited Express Series 287 Panda Kurabu Smart Adventure Train. We'll prepare, I can get everything on the shop. Right. Apart from the fact I can see that the both end cars need their wheels cleaning because the lights are flickering. That's probably far better than the other units did, so I know it's those two. Have to investigate what's causing that. That's good. But yes, so it's not quite steam. I say full steam ahead, but it was something I wanted to test. It was obviously when I made the promise about a full steam stream. I didn't envisage those two playing me up like they did. Oh, interesting. That's a stop. Okay. Could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't the other side. Let's observe this. Absolutely fine. It did just come to a stop and then started moving again. Like that. Oh, good night, Pete. Take care. Let's be fine where it stopped before. Just stop there now. You're fine here. Fine there. Fine there. Fine there. What the other two were doing? I saved. So what? What would it be? Yeah, Saturday morning, which was 24 hours since the light green grass, which you can just see some off here, dried. I got the hoover out, hooved all the excess, all of it, made sure it was all up. I then got my isopropyl alcohol and cotton buds. And cleaned all the rails, both track, inner and outer track. Gave them a very thorough scrubbing with that, got all the muck off. Ran the 24 round to make sure everything was happy. Seems alright. First train to put on, just stopping all over the place. So put the DCT1 on the inner line. That ran fine. Tried a different try on the outer loop. It kept stopping in random places. And I was just like, okay. So I put the C50 on, ran fine. And then we just put this one on. It now seems to be behaving itself. So hopefully I didn't speak too soon. But it did just do that random stopping in. I don't understand. I don't understand. If this doesn't keep doing it, so it's consistent now, it'll be alright. Green light race cab units have a cop whopper, now to get a jockey set. Well, you've got quite a few choices. Quite a few choices there. You probably are aware of that already. Also, you've got the 287 series here. There's the 273 series I've got. Obviously there's the older ones as well. I can't remember what the series is on those, but it's the only style I haven't got yet of them. And there's some of them still running. In fact, the Super Yakumo is one. I don't know if that's been withdrawn now with the introduction of the more modern Yakumo. One would assume yes, but assume lots of it. Stop to stop again. Yeah. So obviously I could do without this doing us at shows. So what I'm going to do next, folks, we're going to be fair to the Panda train. And we won't touch the shotgun train, we'll be fair to the Panda train. Take the power unit off. I'll just give its wheels a click quickly in case they don't look dirty, but mind you. Just because they don't look dirty doesn't mean they aren't. Trusty old battery, IPA and the cotton bud. It's just weird how those steam engines can run so much better. Is that 24's fine then? Right. Okay. Something else came off that. It's hard to hold it. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. What? Stop throwing off when you think you're on orders. Come on. Battery. Sure, I'll cut more charge. Some of the local are actually doing it close. Can we persuade it to turn around a bit? More than worrying in itself, really. Let's try. See how that goes. Hopefully, he says, hopefully this now works fine. So a bit of crud came up from the wheels, so we'll see what goes on. I just went to pick a cop up if it price for 3 hours. I didn't know they did one at Offer, they do, don't they? Yes, of course they do. You show them in your videos, of course. Would be a cool thing. They are pretty iconic, aren't they? Right, let's see how we get on with that. Let's say there was some dirt pulled up by it. What sort of price on those then, Anthony? That seems to be somewhat happy. So what we're going to do? Try and be clever. Let's get the other wheels on this. Just come to a stop. And now it's moving again. I'm not sure. I'm running hard trip journey, the real best shops for the third week or so, I'm not sure. What is going on? I don't understand this. It'll be interesting to see. I do quite like that. You don't know what it's like. You think, well, obviously, if I set the south obviously, if I set a modelling that the size top don't have what I want, then I can't go online and get something else with it. Okay, yeah, it's quite pricey, but yeah, not as horrific as I thought it might be. Initially. I managed to get the 2-row Lima version, trying to get those and everything. So I made an MRC to this fit in, put it. Oh, nice one! There's the cars now. Okay. Really? Really hard to come by. wheels. Seems to be going alright. Right. Hopefully. Hopefully this doesn't derail. There we go. That one's flickering a little bit. Front one's still going but not quite as bad as it was, so that's alright. Yeah, we'll see how that runs for a bit. See how they're hard to come by then, those extra cars. There's some other versions of this that have been done. Weirdly, they did do a second release of the Sakura show, but it seems to be in exactly the same livery as this one. I called it the new livery and I couldn't find the difference. So it's one of the few Japanese trains I sold on because it's like this is literally a duplicate. Even the numbers were the same, so I'm like, okay. That was the Kato one. So yeah, if they actually do the actual different livery variations come out, I will get all those. I have them. It's definitely running more consistently than the previous. So maybe it was just reversed and now it's getting itself bedded in again, as it were. Okay, Christopher and Chris, I need to finish some chores and get something going. Enjoy visiting the house for a day off before going into the classroom. Okie dokie, Anthony. Enjoy Germany. Look forward to seeing your first video from then. Take care, my friends. Sayonara. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah. We're going a little bit longer. I noticed there's a bit of a stuffer on the stream there. We're going a little bit longer. I just want to see how the Sakura show gets on. How's the going? I fell asleep. Yeah, I decided to push on a bit longer tonight. We've trained from Steam. There's a British Diesel running, and we've got the Sakura running now, Jake. Nice, Steve. Seems to be behaving a lot better now. So it could just be a wheel clean on those other two that I would suggest, which is good because it's nice and simple. So it's very rare for one of these mechanisms to let me down in the Japanese trains. Microwaves is a different kettle of fish. But they're decent metrics obviously fine. It's the Steam ones I'm going to have to stay clear of for a while. Give it a break for a bit and then see how we get on with it in the future. Well, this Saturday coming. There's nothing on the calendar. Why? Probably, if anything, working on this is the stuff I can do still. There will be something I can do, but yeah. Open day at the club. Alright, yeah. Well, I hope it goes well for you. The lights are running so much more consistently at the front of the Panda Kurabu now. I want to get this last car off and give that one a clean. Not the approved method for picking up a coach, is it? It's going to be even more fun. I was going to say, being going for the last 2 years to get you a... I was just running into this plane. Oh, I've been there before that as well. I've got to say, it was that one I went to when I decided, yep, club's not for me. Some years ago now, but yeah. Bob. Yeah, in-person clubs. Stopped again. And again. I'm trying to like this if this is not happening. That's not working. Just being told, basically being told, you do what we want you to do, and there's no sort of room for you to control the voice. I'm watching someone not only razor train round the big layout, but then also when it couldn't get into the filly yard, bashed the other one out of the way. Didn't just move the other one out of the way, actually just kept hitting it to the Just trying to get clear. It's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good, I think. And Kumbala to Daz, how are you, sir? And to Tom, how are you as well? Kumbala, both. Oh, Tom, you need to be made a retainer of the clan. In a second. I'll just stop the wrong train again. I won't try and put this one on the fly. Most recent one, it keeps stopping over here, doesn't it? I mean, the rails, that's just off the track, so maybe it is the rails. It's weird to say the other unit was doing it straight after being done. Right, let's make Tom a retainer before I forget. What about your account? Do you deserve to be a retainer on 2 accounts, Jake? There we go. 2 newest retainers of the clan. But yes, so say you're more than welcome to post links to your channels and videos and stuff. All I ask is join in with the chat. How come I'm not subscribed? I thought I was. YouTube on this. Indeed, it does some very strange things there, Tom. You're welcome, Jake. Yeah, so all I ask is that if it takes me to take part in the chat, apart from that, yeah. Knock yourselves out. Trying to clean rails between 2 train trimmings, quite interesting, I'm finding. Yes. So saying, I think I'll try and just jump in. Not much came up from that one. There's a little bit there, but not much else came up from that. Still just jolted to them. Started the A3N deal, done. Well, what next? 12 Pro. Oh yes, what's that then? That just popped through a lot better. Still very little actually coming up from the track. I tell you what, it's when it gets this stage, I've got scenery going in and things start acting up. I start to get that pang of, this is why I don't bother. That seems to be happy there. The rear light seems to be happy as well. Yes. Yes, so how are you both? Live Steam Sutton Flyer. Or no, I don't know which. Ah, very cool, very cool. Ah dear. But I'll push through. Oh, but it working. No, the track's fine. We know it all works because the steam engine is still working fine. You just witnessed me clean that. It just stopped over there as well. You've just witnessed me clean that. You've witnessed me clean the wheels on the train as well. Well, here we go again. Just in case there's a bit in front of the shelter that caused it. The bits come up from there again, okay. There we go. Crossing both. Really long bit. I don't. You may notice that, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I just get that sense of here we go again. Things not working properly on the railway line. But actually the majority of the time it's working. That's the thing to hold on to, isn't it? That's the thing I hold on to. The majority of the time it's working. And aside from the steam engines, it works out really properly, which is weird because usually steam engines are the ones that don't want to play. The diesels will and the steam engines won't. I mean, that 24's been trudging around absolutely happy on doing track release, so that's... it looks like we might have a winner with the outer crash. I'll have to look at that after the stream, Jake. 15-inch locos. How did I know? You know, for me, anything 2 foot to push, anything below that really I start to struggle with until it gets this size. It'd be like me asking you, what series unit is the new Yakima? Without googling it. that's where my 15-inch knowledge is. It's now been taken up by this lot. Or what could have been. But yeah, no, very cool though, very cool. You just have to post some videos and that when it's done. Now I think we've actually got it working. It seems to be consistently now going round. Consistently happy. I think we've got a winner. Wait 2 seconds. Alright, time to dive in with this. Because considering what it's doing is stopping 6 wheels from picking up all at once. Because there's 2 traction tyres, so 8 wheels, obviously minus the 2 for the traction tyres. think one of my next investments is going to have to be in one of the toilet track cleaning cars. Because eventually it's going to be... Why does it start moving again? That's what I don't get. This is going to get nigh impossible to keep doing. Hey. But it's still there. Still there. Yeah, because some bits of that are going to be not impossible to get to otherwise. The thing is, none of this happened anywhere on the layout prior to the most recent grass going down. And that's where I'm stumped. What about one thing caused the following things to follow? Oh, greetings to the closet branch. Kambawa, how are you? Welcome, welcome. There we go. Add you as a retainer. Yes, that has been borrowed from Anthony's channel, making a nice little onboard table. Here you have to be a retainer of a clan. Going back to the old days of the years of the great clans. I find the loco wheels and pick up some more, usually more dirty than the track. Yes, I mean, I say I've just done the wheels. Probably pick up CDs looking at. And obviously I've just done this one, and it has been happier since. I mean, we have to go through that. Yeah. Let's say it's doing more circuits, completing more circuits than it isn't, which makes it even more weird for me how it's just a random place it's stopping, so I don't know. I'll keep it running a bit longer. So track cleaning cars come to our own tunnels and hard to get at bits. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. 24 spots ago, it's quicker, doesn't it? It's going to have to be. It's going to be a have to get now. PCT Concepts wheel cleaner. Oh yes. How does that one work? I'm not familiar with that one. Yeah. Is it similar to what you want to put it on the track and then you run it, you put the power on and run it backwards? I've always wondered about those with traction tyres. And they're not just going to shrug traction tyres. I don't know how they work. I'll wait for you to respond to that. So how did I get interested in Japanese railways? Oh, wow. So, in 2004, it does go back this far, to this really. My father passed away, and the same year, that was sort of early year, around this kind of time, year I suppose. I do know the actual dad, so I'm going to think about it too much. But anyway, later on that year, Mum obviously found out about the Kurabu circle and took me there in the Newton. And one of the first shows, I think it was the first proper show of the year, was a chap who'd lived in Japan for a short period of time. He'd basically been there with work, but had to stay there for a few months, so he effectively lived there for a while. And he had these photos, and I knew about bullet trains. He brushes on a bridge that you can do with passengers. Oh right, and does that safe with traction tyres? That sounds like a godsend. I mean, I know I've got to want to do all the wagons, all the cars and that, but at least locos, would help. Interesting. Yeah, so, and basically one of the things I became aware of through this slideshow he was showing was there were more Japan's railways than just bullet trains. Now I came away absolutely fascinated by bullet trains, all different types of loads, which again I wasn't really aware of prior. But I suppose you could start to put the first seed in your mind. And eventually I sort of almost forgot about it really, and moved back to the UK stuff again, with a bit of German interest and that going on. Then I didn't really think about it, and then a former friend of mine became obsessed with most things Japanese in what I would say is actually a less than healthy way. It got to the point where it was his thing, and almost to the point where I sometimes thought if you ever found out that the Japanese knew about Japan, he'd be surprised and horrified almost. It was really possessive. But he did get some model stuff, and he actually buy them off him. But there was a bit of a thing there, and he had them basically brought them back off him for the same price, giving them back. Anyway, I sort of diddled along a bit more, because I thought about having a go with it at that point. But anyway, I made a baseboard for a little Great Western branch line in Double O, and it literally was no longer than what this is running on. Meant to be set around the turn of the last century in Wales, and that was going to be my little layout in here, just to enjoy trains. I thought I'd finally cracked it. I really struggled to settle with UK railways. Tried it out in Engage, not had much luck with UK Engage models, particularly steam. And so part of my problem was, I explained this at the Southern Valley show, part of my problem was I like to model the 1930s and prior, and my big issue is, I now realise really, is I like all the companies a bit too much. So, your Great Western, LMS, LNER, that's been included. Southern, South Eastern, Chatham, Great Eastern, Great Northern, Midlands, London North Western. I like them all too much, and I keep hopping. And so, and obviously this was costing me a fortune in locos. I was selling those. This is part of what led to the issue with the source of my bolt in, which I had no intention of selling. But then he's saying machines don't ever sell them. And I was just like, whoa, okay, these no longer feel like they're mine. They still feel like they're his. Again, this possessiveness of Japan. It's quite incredible, actually, you told me in the first place, but yeah. So that's basically what it's that. But anyway, at the time I just started, I'd been doing YouTube videos only, and I just started doing some streaming. And I was streaming a game called Trains with a Z at the end. And I had a few people watching, and I'd found some Japanese trains on that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was thinking back to that Railway Circle show, and I found the steam engines as well on there, and was really having nice fun. It was an England something puzzle layout on that game. I used to run sessions with things where people would watch and do the puzzle, giving me an instruction of what to do. And that, it's really quite good. But anyway, so I was doing this little Great Western branch, really having a wonderful time. First time to get as well, in the new location. Came back, was watching the Moderari Bake Off Challenge. The Great Moderari Bake Off Challenge, as well, and really having a good time with it. Started to watch the American streams a lot more, and so on. And so on. Anyway, was introduced this thing called RN Web. Now I'd never heard of RN Web in the past, but there it is, RN Web. Made an account, started posting stuff about the layout, and this one guy just kept attacking it. You're running around too short. You're running around too short. So will it fix the 2 coaches that I want to put in there? Great British Model Railway Chinese Bake Off, yes. Quite right there. But yeah, you know, 2 coaches, yeah. Or it's not a prototypical train for a branch train. I don't care. It's what it fits. And actually I could fit a Mark 1 and a Mark 2 coach on there as well. To, you know, I did extend it slightly. I tried to meet halfway thinking, okay, yeah, can you still do that? Because it was meant to be 1 board, including filling line. It was meant to be a 1 board wonder. As it were. Anyway, we kept going, and I thought, right, that's it, enough. I have tried for years now to settle on an idea. I finally settled on one. I was enjoying myself. I've cracked it. I'm doing it. I've got the layout coming together. I'm building kits for rolling stock. I'm doing this. And just one person completely tore me down. And I was like, that's enough. I'm done with all of it. And the fun different obviously. Anyway, I made some announcements on stream. I didn't have a big flounce off. I just made an announcement and said, look, really sad about to say this, but you know, this is why. Anyway, one of my main viewers at the time, the username of Sen, said how big he was. I said, well, it's this I was thinking about it today. Anyway, then go to near the Japanese train so you can get a model. I said, and of course I did notice I'd bought some more. And he sent me a track plan on that board, which would become the original Sakura Densha. So, yeah, basically, from that, that was about the time that Matt brought the stuff back off me again. So I lost those stuff, so I was trying to give British Engage a try on it. No. So I did try and dabble with British again. But then my grandfather was in the hospital, and my brother had been away at his archaeological dig, so when he came back, I've seen that quite a lot recently. So I went and waited in the cafe with Jonathan in the time ago. And whilst in there, I brought SR Yamaguchi. And I have dabbled with British stuff. A lot of people know I've done lots of British content. European, American, Canadian, you name it, I've tried it all since. I've made big announcements. I'm done with my Japanese content. It's never gone anywhere since. And it's very much here to stay, very much the forefront of what I do now. So that's the whole story in its entirety. And it's become a really positive thing. Yes. So yes, building a Nissan Brecken 067 something a minute for doing that. That sounds interesting. Oh, I look forward to seeing that there. You've got some videos of it. So the Panda train, HO scale. I think they call it a 16 van in Japan. So this is the series 2. Oh god, the 287. What's the series 287? Panda Kuroshio's Smile Adventure Train, yes. This is in N scale. This is all N-gauge, so Japanese N-gauge to a scale of 1/150. I like to call it N scale, it sounds better than gauge. Yeah. It is the Panda Train, indeed, yes. And I see we have Dick Evans, Konbawa, and how are you, sir? Let me make you a retainer. So if you're familiar with Anthony Doggett Knights of the Romboy tables, well here you get made a retainer. And I just need to get the battery onto that phone. Back. Right. 20% power left. Keep the stream going by plugging you in. Which is another reason to get self-powered webcams. There we go. Not a problem, Digger. So, as I said to everyone else, take part in the chat, and that's all I ask. And you're more than welcome to post links to your your channel, your videos, the rest of it. I'll say the last one. Just take part in it. And I have noticed, by the way, folks, I'm probably going to jinx it again here. It's going to come to a screeching stop. But that's not stopped once while I was treading that whole story. We might correct it. Combination of cleaning, as always. And it's taken 4 cotton buds to do it, so you know. Not a problem there, digger. Not a problem. So yeah, so that's basically the long story of it. And since getting into it, I've watched lots of videos, found lots of channels in Japan, lots of accounts on various social media platforms to follow and learn from, made some friends there. It's just grown and grown and grown. What started out as an interest in the railways has grown into be a love for the country and a love for the culture, the railways across the board. And that's what this layout's going to speak. Is going to be a model representation of my journey into this interest and with it, and continuing with it. And it's going to incorporate all sorts of features and things that represent that journey. So, you know, we'll have some Studio Ghibli stuff on there. We'll have some of the yokai, you know, the spirits and forest monsters and stuff like that. You know, it is all going to be brought together in this one layout. So when I'm at a show with it, I really can go, look, this is representation of me in model form with this, as it has very much come alive. But one thing I set out to do was not to learn about Japan in the same way that friend has. I don't associate with him anymore because he went down a very dangerous path and I didn't follow. I started to follow him, I didn't follow. I called him inside house in time. Tried to put him out, but you can only try to help you, can't you? But yes, so I made that choice. I'm not going to be like him. He learned about motor through anime. I decided to start with the culture. Oh, that one there. There's a yokai on there. So I started with that. Learning about the history, learning about, you know, actually reading things by, watching things by actual Japanese people telling us what it's like to be there and everything. And eventually one day I hope to bring it to actually visiting and actually riding SR Yamaguchi and the Panda train and so on. But yeah, this was my 3rd train. My 2nd one from overseas. First one was SR Yamaguchi itself. The second one was an EF81. Not EF81, it's a Densha 6. I knew I was speaking to, so it just stopped over there. So that's the thing, came to a dead stop, and now it's just started moving again. I don't know, it's like that's been that corner now. That's a fair amount of time. It was absolutely happy for. Let's just stop again. Drives me absolutely nuts, but because of this business thing, because of this business with that Great Western layout, I know it's a bit of a fault, but with that business of the Great Western layout, it's I get easily put off. It's something I'm working on. But like tonight with this happening, it feels like any time I try and do something with this hobby, it starts to piss on me a bit. I'll get there. That's why that's the only reason I keep mentioning. Well, it's running more often than not, and it's made loads of circuits without stopping. So I'm trying to encourage myself there just to relax a little bit. I'll try to finish Loco when I finish with the handrail. Oh, nice. I look forward to seeing it. So as I was saying earlier on, the next project after this one is going to be doing some of my double O industrials. Which will live over there on sort of a floating shelf, I guess. Or something like that, but yeah, just a sit on. Yes, same, yes. I'd say, for those who joined since I spoke about it earlier on, so the idea is to say that's the baseboard. So there'll be a level at the bottom, obviously as normal, your base layer. And then where the mouse pad is here, that's where there'll be a back scene there for the layout itself. So you're viewing from that direction. So back scene around that bit to there. And then along there and around here, and in this bit there'll be a semicircle of 009 track, which will then make a loop that goes around the edge of the baseboard. Simple circuit, no siding or anything, or maybe a siding but don't have to use it, but still a simple circuit. And then the main event will be in the middle, raised up a bit, so you can't see the 009 track at the back, then the corner of the front, and there'll be basically an English front filter in the middle for the double O industrials. So it's a nice and simple, keep it simple, stupid, and just something I can do, and that let me enjoy my love for UK industrial locos. And also I can run Paddy Tanks, Ginties, 1S, whatever on there as well, can't I? So, you know, it's a big benefit for that as well. But so, Japanese layout wise, there'll be at least 3 of them, including this one. There'll be a bigger one in here. You heard 009, did you not hear the rest of it? Yeah, there'll be a bigger Japanese layout in here. Then there'll be even bigger one in the new space when it starts available. And then this one will be just for exhibitions and or testing on. If something doesn't work properly on the layout for some reason. But yeah, because obviously the other layout I will be building is actually in conjunction with my good chum Greg, is we're doing a Great Wall layout together, and basically I've got some 009 locos that won't suit that one particularly. You can get away with both, really, but I'd rather do them in some different colours and have another layout to use something a bit less military. I tend to like to keep the military away from my model frames if I can. Something I've taken from this. So from Japanese, because I strictly stick to a post 1950. 1950 is my baseline setting. So yeah. And again, throughout the entirety of that one time. Football figure units on the western region on auto trains around something. That's interesting there. I knew some units were fitted with football, but weren't some of the Ivet tanks on the LMS system fitted with football as well? Because I think the 1S could do it as well. Not sorry, 1Ps. I think they could do it. So I know the LMWR had motor trains, which is what they called it that. It's one of the weird things, isn't it? With the preserved ones being almost exclusively Great Western, it's easy to forget almost, unless you remember them or you've done the research or whatever and seen them. But the other companies actually have auto trains. Well, I think they were called, I'm sure they were called motor trains. I know some film of them on Decades of Steam. With the Ivet tanks, yeah. I say, in theory that layout would be exhibitable. I don't know if I want to make it exhibitable because I want this to be what I'm known for. I mean, with a name like Sakura Densha on YouTube, that's pretty much guaranteed. But, yes. Because I just know that if I was to offer up a UK layout for shows, and I started to be asked more for that than for this, it would hurt me more, because obviously it's where my heart is most these days, is with this, so it's, yeah. So I'll probably keep that as a home one. If you the UK out for somewhere, it works in the large, in the like stop all the lemon part. I don't quite understand what you mean there, Jake. Is it possible to rephrase that differently? Sorry, my brain's just struggling with that one a bit. Oh, Dr. Yellow, yes. Yes. I did have a sweatshirt. Must be in there. Must be somewhere. That has a picture of it across the sort of middle. It says, "Call the doctor." But yeah, I just want a simple oval. So that it just you know, different 009 trains just run around, and the main focus will be the shunting bit above it, with lots of coal wagons on the main bit. So I've got lots of different coal wagons. So yeah, the plan for that one is pretty set actually. It's just getting the shelf and deciding how big it would be. Yes, Dr. Yellowson. Now, which one? Which one would you like? There is a series 0 right through. So it's mostly 009, for example. I would only offer it to place that fold. Ah, right. I've got you. Yes. I've got you, yeah. Okay, Tom, take care. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara. I'm with you now, yeah. Possibly, yes. I mean, given that this is Narrowgauge too. Not a problem, sir. Thank you. Do you need another drink? I'll take another drink. Pop up the old sticky bit. But, yeah, it's something I know can happen, because it's something that the C11 hasn't been out tonight though. Oh, give me a minute. If we're alright, if we're okay losing the 24, we'll get the C11 out. I was going to order DV13 but yeah. So that seems to be going well again now. It's got to be a cleaning thing, hasn't it? It's got to be a cleaning thing. Because each time I've cleaned, it's then run fine for a while before anything's happened again. I guess could it even be dirt coming off the wheels that's already on maybe the intervening cars? Like, because I've cleaned that one, and that one. There's those three. That one at the end. There's those three in between. Could the dirt be coming off those wheels onto the track? And it's just building up in places, and as it stops as it goes round, that's when it just builds up too much in those places. I don't know. But then the only thing that makes sense there is when I did the big clean on Saturday morning, why those other two were looking up, and I suppose that's those wheels dirty. I think we cracked it. So we're all good to lose 24. Steering once, steering twice. So what was the C11 you wanted, yeah? The C11 you wanted? Yes, because I know you want to do heinous things to it. Fiend. It is, you want to disfigure it. You're disfiguring it. Meaning. Poor C11. I think it's only kit bashing when it actually starts the kit. I think it's modifying otherwise. Is that enough for it to go on? Of course. My aim gets cranking into the flywheel. But yes, I know you explained to me that it would all be reversible as well, which is good. It's your model, you can do what you want to it. Also, so the C11 Flux, for you who don't know, is a 264 tank. Used for a variety of duty, including freight haulage. And in fact, these wagons do suggest on the box that the C11 is one of the engines to use the bullet. Torpedo couplings, eh? Yes, I think we can always make it go. Now bear in mind folks, this is DC. Regular analog. Just insane, isn't it? these cordless motors can do these days. They did! You know about that one? It's one I talked to you about the other day. When you gave me the magazine, I said I'd offer them 50p for it if they didn't sell by the end of the day. So they have to pack it up and take it home. It's gauge 1 too. Yeah, that was up like, yeah. Oh, sure, I said footlights. I think I mentioned it on the streams as well. There it is. Anyway, there's the N-gauge one. It's one of the things that came along from an interest in Japanese trains that I never would have considered before is modern image stuff. I've always been a steam guy for as long as I can remember. But this, I bought the EF70 I've got, which is an electric loco. First one I set out to buy. And this, I suddenly realised I was actually quite happy doing more modern stuff as well. Just stopped again. Oh, I'm still going to try and do Lally. I'll wait for the C11 to get out of the way. So I've just stopped in the exact place I've just cleaned. Oh my god. I might stop in somewhere else. Oh. Infuriating. Come on, behave yourself. For real. For real. We're really doing this, are we? Hey, we're really doing this. Come on. Round the corner you go, C11. That's it. I mean, to be fair, that's coming out quite black. sure I cleaned this bit earlier on. As I was saying before, the thing is, these don't just randomly stop. They clearly do, but I don't have issues with my Japanese play. It's one of the things I've been able to do Japanese Zen for so long and consistently enjoyed it and brought all that is because this sort of issue has never been an issue for me with them. It's made me really nervous with this. Apart from the happiness line, and I put that down to that's just stalled again. I put that down to I'm going to try something different to clean with. I saw it meant to go nose. It just made me nervous that I'll finally get to allow with some scenery on and immediately start having issues trying to access that. It seems to be working as well. So I was using IPA. Isopropyl alcohol, and I've just swapped over to some odourless thinners, which someone recommended to me a while ago, and that's just got that lot off, that corner over there where it stopped from over recently. So maybe swapping to these is going to be better than the IPA. Maybe the IPA is no good. I mean, original Sakura Densha, I used to use the track rubber. But we know those things, they damage your track, don't they? They don't actually clean them properly. They scratch your track to pieces. So I'm told anyway. It makes the problem worse because obviously once you've got scratches in, the dirt's got somewhere to collect. So maybe I will clean it as it goes around and stops. I'll clean those areas and try it with the odourless thinners instead. It's a bit of a dark art track cleaning, isn't it? Everyone's got their own formula for doing it. Everyone's got their own suggestions and problems with it and that sort of thing. Some people claim they never clean their track and they're fine. Yeah, so I'll try something different. I mean, I've only got a little bit of that one left anyway. So I use it for stripping paint on things and that as well. Let's see how we get on anyway. The same, the crazy thing is, if I'd left T50 on, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be having this conversation because it was just carried on running. So, who knows? My formula is a plank of wood, or if it's really bad IPA. You see, I was using IPA. I do know in N you do end up cleaning the track a lot more than you do with the road. Because it's sort of so much more everything's tinier. No news. What's my thoughts on Great British Railways? I think the name absolutely sucks. But apart from that, it's been needed to be nationalised for years. The only thing they need to make sure they do is nationalise the freight services as well, otherwise it's not going to, the tickets on it are going to get the airport password. Because if you look at the old great railway companies, they all had the freight to subsidise the passenger. Wow. Where it just stopped. I've just come up. Densha on the phone here as well. Oh my god, this is getting loads up. This is getting loads up, this stuff. Jesus! Holy cow! Look at that! Yeah, that's my thoughts on the Great British Railways thing is that the name sucks. Just call it British Railways. Everyone will call it BR anyway, they've been calling it British Railways ever since the railways were one anyway. Even people I know who were too young to see BR originally, I've heard them cursing BR, they're going, it's not there anymore. Yeah! The great thing is though, Digger, so Friday morning, about 9:30, I finished putting a load of grass around the layout. And I left it 24 hours, as you meant to. And then hoovered it all the excess up, made sure it was all clean. I thought, as I've got all the, at the time I had no trees on here or anything, I got the buildings out of the way. Let's take the opportunity to really clean the track nicely. So I had my IPA, my usual go-to. Cotton buds, yeah, IPA, and I went for it. I cleaned it all up. So I thought. First two trains I put on the outer loop, just didn't want to know. The top 24 was fine. The top 24 ran around it fine. First two units put on the outer loop, just didn't want to know. And then the steam engines will run fine. And then this one's been playing well. And I think we now know why. I don't think that IPA is actually doing much. I think it's only getting a little bit off. Because that is filthy. That's disgusting, that is. The interesting thing would be to see if it actually stops on the outer lines now. On the particularly this one, since I've done the entirety of this half circle here. Yeah, that's what I agree. I think that it can work really well. I just don't care for the name so much. They just lost the grey top at the time. Great is setting yourself up to fail anyway. It's like they call the Titanic unthinkable. Oh. That's good though, because I've not lost hope, I've not lost confidence in it. We've tried something different and it seems to be working now. It seems to be working. And if it's a solution that works, then that's the one we go with. Yeah, it is that. Yeah. Well, I thought I did have it in the try really. That could work, it's slightly acidic. But then you need to clean the flux off or something, I guess. What would you need to clean that off afterwards? That Bob Ross over Cinnabar is dangerously shaped like a whiskey bottle with a vodka bottle. With its red top too. And it's fortunate I don't drink alcohol. So I'm not really liable to fall foul of it. But yeah. I'm going to have slightly hot soldering on. You can do that, yeah, you still want to make sure it's clean though. Because you tend to, even when you do soldering jobs, you want to clean it. clean the area afterwards, make sure it's all good with it. Because it oxidises as well. Which causes a form of corrosion. So yeah. I can see it working in one respect. It's fun you twist off properly, you should be fine. Okay, what's watching there? Trouble isn't it, you just start watching and daring it almost to stop again. I mean, what I'll do is I'll leave it on the track and when I initially get back tomorrow, first hour or so home, I'll run it and just see what happens, and then do the ballasting afterwards. Because then, well, it's only got to wait till the following day at the same time, hasn't it? And I think after the ballasting, I'll give the track a good clean again, but using the thinners, because the amount of stuff that came with them is insane. Yeah, it seems to be running a lot better. And again, I'm glad it seems to be being sorted out by cleaning. Nothing mechanical. So it's not letting me down to the inside. So one of the cool things I found in the past week or so is actually a couple of people have done a video from the passenger view, basically, of the run that the Panda train takes from Osaka and out, and it's great. I mean, you know, I finally get to see the route that this train runs. That bit's not been done with yet. I can cheat with the station here a bit, because that's still removable. I'm really tempted to keep that removable, because yeah, getting things clean the platforms is quite useful. And also I might have to have it removable for when the secret train arrives. That's just come to a dead stop, entirely a dead stop. So we'll quickly do the whole line through here. Do that bit. Let's just start moving them. That's the most random bit. So still into the fact it moved again. And it's only that being moved. Again, we've got some book coming off. Let's do that bit over there as well while we're at it. Let's just do that bit. And you can come around and chase it. And then we're going ahead of the C11. So entirely down there. Swap over to the other end. And we'll chase it back down the other side. Because that will actually then be the entirety of that loop cleaned with the thinners. Yeah, and that's what's just off the other side. So that's now the entirety of that loop cleaned with thinners, and we'll see how it goes. Probably means the inside track wants doing similarly as well. So say whilst we've got steam engines on, it seems to be happy, so we'll leave it. There's definitely a track cleaning power coming in the future. But hopefully now, hopefully it does put no past it, but hopefully now that will actually continue to run now absolutely fine. The whole loop now had it. At the same treatment. It just gets me because you think the entire length of that coach, it's got pickups at either end. The entire length of that is as dirty as to stop the whole thing. Whereas a much smaller wheelbase like the steam engine here, which given that's got traction power as well, thinking one set of wheels. And it only picks, I don't know if it picks from the front pony, I don't know if it picks from the back loading. As well, you know, it's a much smaller area. It runs like a green, runs like a top, runs top. Even with that stopping again, you know, it has run more complete circuit absolutely fine when it Well, I did say at one point I wasn't going to do 3 hours for each game, but I hope it's been enjoyable for yourselves. I've quite enjoyed it tonight. And it seems a shame at this point not to continue on to midnight, so I'm going to carry on. What's another 20 minutes or so, eh? Or 18 minutes. And for some of us it's half-term week. So you're not got anything to go before tomorrow anyway. Some of us have to go to work. I'm quite pleased with the discussion back. Ah, greetings Tony! How are you, sir? Kambala. Long time no speak, in some ways. So it's just stopped over there. Yeah, I figured this was, that's why I've not made a fuss about it yet. Yeah. Between work and crashing trains, you've had a busy time. So I won't go into more. He's been crashing his toy trains. Oh dear, no. How's it going with the Reds? You able to talk about it here or not? Well, not well. You guys will go into more detail than that. Yeah, because Tony says he's a Steam fan, but he's been playing with diesel engines that look like Steam engines. Recruit now, so 3 months to... Oh, nice one, man. Nice one. If you're available Wednesday evening, I should be around, because Dodge leaves for Germany on Wednesday, so... Yeah, this Wednesday I should be around. Yeah, you're doing well. Nice one. We need one of our mad chats again. We have good mad chats. Oh dear. Yeah, I've been that focused on doing stuff for this, which is insane. I say that like I've been like done loads of it. No, I've not really done that much, to be honest. So I'll put all the bushes in over here. I've done all the grass bit around there. I still want to know what the correlation is between that and things not running right. Oh, hi Becky. Oh joy, just got my Uber delivery an hour and a half after order. Oh flipping heck! Bloody hell, man! Jeez, will you get some money back for that or anything? I hope it's warm. I hope it's hot still, you know. Unless it's a salad you ordered. No, it's not hot. What you got? What you got? We got to be nosy now. We always do the food and drink bit on the old stream. Oh yes, by the way, everyone that's joining us new, the bar's open, help yourself. Tell you what mate, your model is coming in. Ah, thank you. That's my own point. It's jolly good, thank you Sam. Not an ounce of poppycock anywhere. That's a good word, I do like poppycock. Yeah, but it's... I've been hard at it, but then sometimes it's like the case of what's actually changed. It's mostly down this end. But obviously that's where the videos and the photos on social media come along. I just wish one knew what the correlation was between putting scenery in and trains stop working properly. Well, I mean, but we'll get there. We'll get there. As I say, it stopped that once over there since I did the whole out move with the Finleys. Not doing since it wasn't even a big stop either. What's it? I was about 2 to late, we were around, so don't want to see another barn for a while. What is it you do there, Jake? If you don't mind saying. Oh, you do bar work. Oh, you have my sympathy. You have my sympathy. Tony will probably give you his as well. Bar work is not fun. Doesn't matter where you are. There's levels of not fun, but yeah, it's not fun. I do it. Best thing at work for me so far has been called a beep 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 beep. Then failing a credit check. You're going to hear loads of stories on Wednesday. Wow. Because of course it's your fault they've got shit credit rating, yeah? Oh, that's something I've done since last spring. Not model train related, but I've got myself a Switch 2 on order. So come the 5th of June. New toy time. It's only because I use Klarna for it. As soon as I thought about credit checks. Because for those who don't know, Klarna is a really good way of building your credit score. I'm not an advert for it as such, but it is a really good way. Because you do the pay free. Just don't miss those payments. It's once a month. Worth to make sure you can afford it. It really helps your credit score. They're not basically the lowest. I don't know, Tony here worked at a holiday camp. Which, yeah. Not happening in the UK or the EU, Jake. And they can do that already. They will do that already. And Microsoft will do that already. And Steam will do that already. And Sony will do that already. And your phone will do that already. They'll all do it. Yeah, it's a storm in a teacup, that one really is. Yeah, YouTube will do it. Because no one has been able to get back to me yet on the modifications front. The only modification I've been able to see is what you can do is to basically chip it, as we used to call it, so it can run pirated games on it. I can kind of see why they get upset about that. They're a business, not a charity. You know. I applied for an affordable credit card limit for emergencies. They gave me £8 limit. That's the scary thing. The limit goes up so easy. Yeah, the audio is going to be up and down. It's coming from the best I can do with Wi-Fi. Hopefully it goes back to normal again in a minute. I would do this direct to YouTube, but then people complain about the work lettering behind me being back to front. So I can't win! This is the alternative. If you want the letters to be the right way around, this is the alternative. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, if you're okay with that being back to front, then I can do it direct to YouTube. And we'll get the full use of the screen as well, which is even better. But yeah, so it's the best I can do. Like I was talking about earlier on though, I'll get some proper webcams in at some point, so I'll have one plunging at the layout, I'll and 1 point to get me. So I'll actually sort it out. First thing you're talking to you, I'm badly dubbed. That's basically what's happened. But yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. Unless you, the only reason I can see for doing it is if you want to play priority games. I can understand and get upset about that. So we trained, that's the dangerous bit of it there. Values. The worst one I found for it was PayPal credit. PayPal credit was one of the worst. I'm so glad to be rid of that now. So glad to be rid of that. It was just the absolute worst for it. Or we put your money up. Yeah, please don't. The trouble is, then I fall into so many trains and go, oh yeah, put the money up, thank you. Spend it! Which is what they want, because they make the money on the interest they're charging you. So yes, I was glad to really finally got rid of that. I do have a credit card, and that's what I use for my pre-orders. So then I put basically all I end up paying back in is the money that the trains cost. Makes it affordable. There's one train every month coming this year. I'm sorry, it's just that. But apart from that, it's there for emergencies. I just do that to keep it sort of ticking over and everything, and keep like a good standing and everything like that. Fortunately, I'll progress the age of my footprint in place. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Capital One's who I'm with for my card, and I found it to be really good. The minute it's still very sensible. They did offer to put it up and I did decline it. I was like, no, I don't want the high level at the minute, thank you. But yeah. You can crack that one. But yeah, it's well, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing C11 running anyway, Kate. So Tony, just in case you're wondering, because also the title stream is full steam ahead. We did start with 2 steam trains, but because I'd found with the unit after I cleaned the track, after I did stuff on Saturday a couple of minutes ago, I fully cleaned the track and I found 2 units just kept stopping on it. Steam engine ran fine, so I would do a steam one. Then I wanted to try it again with a train I know would work better. So I put this one on, and it's been stopping in random places, but trying to get to the bottom of it and keep it running consistently. How do does? Welcome back. How are you, sir? Fellow engaged enthusiast and Kato track user. Yes, that's the reason we've got an electric unit running during what should be a steam takeover. We'll do another proper steam takeover at some point. But yeah. Well, hopefully by this time tomorrow night, I won't actually be running trains. Because by this time, hopefully, the ballast is in and drying. I've got that coming from Mount's Models. We actually had the Kato ballast which is obviously colour matched to the plastic roadbed of the track. So when I put the brown wash over everything, it should all blend in nicely. That's the theory. Hopefully in a few months I will have my new A4. Oh, absolutely, yes, August, yes. Still absolutely, wow, you went for both of them. Amazing stuff, looking forward to seeing them. Do like me an A4, even if they are big snowplows. Funny how mass built all the engine spare parts were only available in Australia. That's is any particular engine in mind there, Jake? Is that the hundreds or the Baldwins? You're not bad guys, so you do communicating nice and excellent. Oh yes, it's good to see you. Thanks for rejoining us after work. Maybe we do the 3-hour streams again if I'm feeling awake enough to do it. Maybe we do the 3-hour streams because it's given people a chance to sort of pop in and out and then it works on Mondays. I mean, I used to do 3. For those, I don't know if anyone in the chat that used to watch the older streams, even pre-COVID. I mean, we're talking I used to do a Saturday night stream. That was always 3 hours. Always 3 hours, all until midnight, 9 until midnight. If I've got the energy, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. Many horsepower 16 miles per hour for petrol engine on the customers. Ah, interesting. I am Tony, yes, I only work this week, yeah. From tomorrow onwards. Weird. I suppose a lot of the mines in that brought to explore the box, didn't they? I do think we've got this crack now. Seems to be running a lot happier. It's more. There's more running. More smoothly running, I think. This is more how I'm used to it. I know I've 36 Blackman 12 to the tractor road minerals. They're filling up my layout and I love them. Oh, excellent. We love a mineral wagon. As the Americans would say, or some of the Americans I know would say, a coal train! I love it. Of course, other minerals are available. I've got 2 different ones. I've got a coal train and I've got the limestone train, that's the other one. Which is always, I found that would be quite interesting sending it around the layouts at the show. Some of the kids were like, oh, that's that got snow in it, or is that sand or limestone? Yeah. And the limestone trains were pretty impressive things, because I think I've heard this story every single time, but on one section of line, the big D51-282 that we had running earlier, one section of line required 3 of those monsters to haul the trains up the hill. Single track working, they basically had to go from the standing start straight onto the incline with the loaded train. And I've seen some cracking bits of talking in the 70s. One of the best bits about the steam nasties in the 70s is, of course, that the film tends to come with sound. The record actual goes down, and those things sound incredible. They're in a valley as well, really big valley as well, so yeah, amazing. Big 3'6" gauge 282s pounding up this hill, amazing. Down potentially York on Friday. Oh right, oh wow, nice, that's cool. Pick up a few concert hoppers, nice. Gonna see Mallard an evening star in the morning, and or a low star maybe. Not only evening hoppers. And then probably gonna go camping, shopping in the afternoon, and head to Monk's Bar. Very good. Now Monk's Bar's dangerous. They sell waffles, of course. Camping shopping? Oh, of course, for the download. I was like, where are you going camping? Download, of course. You'll be only up the road from me. find a video and they don't wheel slip. They don't. Oh, they don't wheel slip. For 2 weeks? Oh wow. Are you still intending to spend a day at the East Midlands Aero Park? Because if you are, and you know which day it's going to be, let me know. ASAP. Might be able to get it off. Because I've got a lot of days to use up, and it gets renewed in August, and the majority of time over the summer it's going to be really busy at work, so for us, so it's going to be a case of no time off if possible. So if I can take some beforehand, even better. It'll be the Thursday. Okay, Thursday in 2 weeks. What does that put us on? I'll work out the date and I'll verify with you maybe try and book it, but yeah. It's actually quite fun. It seems like a fun thing. But yeah, they don't wheel slip, Jake. They don't wheel slip. They don't wheel slip. It's very rare have I seen a video of a Japanese steam train wheel slipping. There's a couple out there, there's a few. I'm not saying it didn't happen at all, because physics is a thing. Yeah. On this grade, they don't. It's incredible. Not one of the ones I've watched. They have. Yeah. And so they set it really like Thursday goes to all Good Friday. Do you have the date for that Thursday, mate? Right, no, we'll get off tomorrow. I will do that. If not, then I'll say I'll look at it and verify with the date. Yeah, I see we're actually past midnight now, by the way. I'll just wait for Tony's potential response, and yeah. We're sorting out DCC concept power-based main climb up to the Brightside station, so I might just do my own metal plates in the track and medium magnets and things like that. It'd work just as well, wouldn't it? It'd work just as well. Well, cheers Tony. I will look to get the 12 o'clock if I can. I'll let you know straight away. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, I think the near W magnets on your own plates will work just as well. Same concept, isn't it? Yeah. It's always tough. I always fancied an incline on a layout, but here that's only vicious. I mean, I know with traction tiles I shouldn't suffer too much in the back of these units before built in. You know, sort of, I know Engage's got a pretty good power to rate ratio going on. I remember reading in one of the big model railway books, might be a freezer one, saying that actually Engage has got the most realistic power to rate ratio, so inclines are easier to do. But and I've seen videos of various Japanese layouts where they've got inclines and that. So yeah, I might look at one of the bigger layouts. It could be fun. I always like the idea of being able to watch a train pass, sort of set off, go round, and as it goes round, it's all the track passes over itself, so you end up with a bit where trains actually cross one on top of the other. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Well, now I've got the date from Tony as well. I have to sort of end it there because it's sleepy time. Time for sleeping. But no, I really appreciate you all watching. And all that's really left for me to say is take care, stay safe and be well. I'll see you next Monday. Hopefully we don't have any more of these silly running issues. By then the balance should be between the rails, between the tracks. The great thing about using pre-balancing track is only put it in the middle bit. True time rather than Ah, fair play, yeah. That makes sense. Get a bit more in your face. But, yes, so yes. It's great to have you all watching. Come and enjoy this with your ramble. Enjoying the trains. And I'll see you next Monday in the videos in between. Or chats in between and stuff like that. Till then, I'll say arigato gozaimashita and sayonara.